Hi, yogi friends. Welcome to Coffee and Yoga Part 2. Just a little bit of a sequence to help awaken the mind and body. I spent a little time this morning enjoying my coffee. So now I'm going to enjoy a little time on the mat. Thanks for joining me. Begin in a comfortable seat. I'm in Sukhasana, crisscross applesauce, whatever is comfortable for you. Start to find yourself rooting into the ground. Just noticing what you're noticing around you. Your breath, maybe different sounds. I can hear my dogs playing outside. I think I hear a dripping of water. Just these little things around you. It might seem like they could be a distraction, but just bring them into your practice. Make them part of the practice. Crown of your head is lifting up towards the ceiling, towards the sky. Your shoulders are relaxed. Bring your hands heart center. You can close down your eyes, or if that doesn't make you comfortable, then maybe just soften your gaze, bowing your head. Finding an intention for your practice, maybe an intention for your day. It could be anything that comes to mind. Maybe you're looking for motivation, maybe some patience. Do you need to find calmness or some peace? Maybe you're just looking for some laughter, some lightheartedness. Whatever it is that you need, whatever you need to focus your energy on today. Lift the head. In an inhale, circle sweep the arms up overhead, reaching up towards the sky. Bring your hands to touch. Down to heart center. Let's inhale and exhale. Do that a couple more times. This time as you inhale, really think and inhale that intention. You're gathering it up, bringing it in, holding it between your hands. As you exhale, exhale anything that does not serve you today. Inhale, arms up. Exhale. Really visualize releasing those cobwebs in your mind. Any doubts, any pressures, release them. Let's do that one more time. We're going to get a little bit of movement with our breath. So you're going to inhale the right arm up over your head, and then exhale, lower it down. And do the left. Inhale, arm comes up, and exhale. If you'd like, you can close your eyes. Just finding movement with our breath. Focusing, like calming the mind. Just listening to your breath. One more time. This time both arms come up, reaching up, really lower those shoulders, the spine is straight, lifting up that crown of the head towards the ceiling, and then we're going to take a little twist to the right. Right hand comes behind you, a little bit of a kickstand, and then bring that left hand to that right knee. As you're lifting up, spine is straight, we're lifting up towards the ceiling, and then exhale, twist a little to the right. Just taking it easy, just warming up our bodies. Maybe looking behind that right shoulder, perhaps the wall behind you. Release. Arms coming back up over your head. This time let's take a twist to the left. Just noticing lifting of your heart and then twisting to the left. Twists are just so good for a healthy spine. Really helps with our digestive system. We're wringing out all those toxins. And back to center. And if you'd like to, maybe you'd like to switch your feet, which can feel a little bit awkward, but it's always good maybe to try a little bit of something different. Now, I tend to have a little bit of a twingy little, I don't know what it is, a little tightness in my right knee, the inside of my right knee. So sometimes when I switch my feet, it doesn't feel very comfortable. So right now it's feeling okay. So I'm going to keep my feet switched, but just listen to your body. And as always, we always talk about this. There's no harm in yoga. We're not hurting ourselves. We're challenging ourselves. We're working our flexibility, our balance. There's so many things with yoga, but we don't want to harm ourselves. So if you're feeling any sort of pain, always ease back. It doesn't matter what pose you're in. It's more important to take care of yourself. Listen to your body. We're going to do that twist one more time. Inhale, arms reaching up. Twist to the right. And back to center. Arms up overhead one more time. Let's take a twist to the left. Back to center. Arms up overhead. Identify your right hand. So find that right arm. You're going to swing it, swing it underneath your left arm, bending at the elbows, bending at the wrist, making a connection palm to palm. Thumbs are in front of your face. Garudasana, eagle arms. Now, if this is just not happening for you today, it's okay to just release. Maybe just crossing your arms and reaching for opposite shoulders. Really still getting this nice stretch in the shoulders. But if not, back to those eagle arms. And then straighten the spine. Relax your shoulders. You could stay here if you'd like. Good inhale, lift those fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, elbows coming to your belly button, and then folding forward. Inhale, lift you up. Exhale, forward fold. Really engage that core. Use that core when you fold forward. Feel that belly button pressing towards your spine. Let's do a couple more times. Inhale, lifts you up. Rise up. Release those arms. Ooh. Really compressing all those joints. Maybe wiggle those arms a little bit, getting that oxygen back through your blood there. Ooh, feels good though. It's really good for you. Arms up overhead. Find that left hand. We're going to do the other side. Swing your left arm underneath the right. Bringing those palms together. And if you feel like you're close, but you're not quite there, clasp your hands and then slowly release and bringing those fingertips together. See if that gets you a little bit closer to that palm to palm. Remember your thumb should be in front of your face. Lifting up a little bit. I'm relaxing my shoulders. If you did so on the other side, inhale, lift you up. And then exhale, fold forward. Couple more times. Inhale. Release those arms. Shake them out a little bit if you need to. Just do a couple of neck twists. Just real gentle. Maybe right to left. No action. I don't know about you, but when I wake up in the morning, my neck is always just a little stiff. And back to center. Lower chin to chest. Really heavy head. Just brushing your chin across your chest. Nice stretch. Back of your neck. If you have some neck issues, this is causing you any pain, please just ease back. This should feel good. Back to center. And bring my hands behind me. I'm going to make them into little tents with my thumbs in front. And then lift my heart. Maybe head falls back, whatever is comfortable to you. Opening up that throat. Just a couple rounds of breath here. A little extension in the spine. Slowly coming back up. And we're going to all meet tabletop on all fours. Remember that your fingers are fanned out. Shoulders are above the wrists, hips above the knees. Really strong arms here. You're activating those arms here. You're pressing away your mat. And finding a little movement here. I'm going to do a little forward and back. So I'm going to just slightly over my fingertips. And then I'm going to press back. hips to heels. If this is not something that works for you, find movement that does. Just really trying to stretch my wrists. And I come down and pressing my fingertips. Maybe finding your breath in the movement. Nice. Moving back to tabletop. We bring our big toes together, knees are wide, knee into child's pose. So your hips are coming back to your heels, your fingers are still fanned, you're pressing your hands forward. Maybe forehead coming to mat. Just begin feeling yourself melting into your pose. Taking a couple of rounds of breath here. Coming back up. Now we're going to just get a little bit of a twist here. My right hand is on the mat. I'm going to lift up my left hand, pressing my mat away as I'm reaching up towards the sky. Strong arms. If it's comfortable on your neck to gaze up towards that left thumb, or you could be looking down at your mat, whatever's most comfortable. Now I'm going to take my left hand, I'm going to bring it under my right arm. My palm is facing up, I'm threading the needle. So I'm going to slide it down across the floor, bringing my shoulder down, maybe forehead touching the mat, maybe your left ear, reaching forward with my right fingertips, maybe bringing your hips back towards your heels. Just getting a nice stretch in the shoulders, really opening up the shoulders. Rising back up. Going to meet back in tabletop. There we have those strong arms. We're going to come up on our toes. Just feel up on those toes for a moment. We're going to lift, using our core, lift our knees up off the mat just a couple of inches. So really press the mat away. Lift up those knees. Engage your core. Your belly button is reaching, pressing back towards your spine. Really engage all your muscles. Breathe in the shakes. Your gaze is down towards your mat. And then lower your knees, back in tabletop. This time we're going to extend that right leg out behind us. Right leg is out. Your foot is flexed. You're pressing that heel towards the back wall. Really begin engaging your legs. Feeling your quads engaged, your glutes. Maybe lowering down that right hip just a little bit so it's more level, more square with the left. Here for just a moment. And then we're going to bring right knee into your chest, pressing that knee to your chest. And then coming up on those fingertips, bring your right foot in between your hands. You're framing your foot. Left leg's extended out, going into our low lunge. Breathe into it. If you need a little movement here, It's a good time to do that. Maybe you feel like you need to just go forward, back, maybe do a couple of little twist moves here, just something real subtle, gentle, and find your alignment. Try to keep your knee over that ankle, breathing into it. Right hand comes to the inside of your right foot. Then you're going to reach up with that left hand, easy twist, reaching up, pressing the mat away. Breathe into it, working on your balance, engaging all those muscles. Left hand comes down, frame that foot, and then rise up. Fix your alignment, trying to keep that knee over that ankle. Keep thinking about that. Hand resting on your thigh, shoulders back. And bring those hands out in front of us, reaching forward. Palms are facing each other. Thumbs are pointing up to the sky. We're going to work on a little rainbow arm. I don't know if that's what it's called. That's what I'm calling it. You'll understand when you see it. So we're reaching forward. Right arm reaches up and over behind you like a rainbow. Thumb is still pointing up to the sky. Really activate those arms. You're reaching from one end of the room to the other. Finding some balance. Woo, I'm shaking, guys. Breathe into it. And then back overhead. Palms facing each other. Maybe try to find some movement with your breath. Maybe you're inhaling up, overhead, reach, exhale. Fingers forward. Let's do that a few more times. One more time. Woo. Arms come up. Let's twist to the right. Bring your hands to heart center. Bringing that left elbow, to the outside of your right thigh. Press those hands together. Really trying to find your thumbs, making connection with your sternum to your chest. Breathe into it. Focus on your intention. Rising up. Woo. Plant those hands. Step that right leg back in our tabletop. Here for a moment. And then let's bring our big toes together. Knees are wide, child's pose again. Reach forward. Woo, take a moment. And waking up. Rising back up. Let's have some tabletop arms. Keeping our child's pose in our legs. And we're just going to do a little cat-cow. So for cow, we're going to lower that belly. Heart lifts, gaze comes up. As we exhale, chin to chest. Tucking in that tailbone, pressing the mat away, rounding those shoulders. Inhale, drop that belly. Gaze comes up. Exhale. Lowering, press the mat away. Maybe closing down the eyes. Moving your own breath pace. Into one more. Coming back to neutral. This time we're going to press left hand to the mat, lifting up with the right hand. A little bit of a twist here. Keep those legs planted. Your big toes are touching. Press the mat away. You're going to thread the needle on the other side, so you're lifting that right hand up. Bring it underneath your left arm. Palm of your hand is facing up. Really reaching out. Lower your shoulder down. Maybe lowering that ear down to the mat, right ear to the mat. And the fingertips of your left hand reaching out in front of you. And maybe you start to bring hips to heels. Breathing into it. Listen to my dogs bark. Rise back up. And back to tabletop. Coming back on our toes, we're going to lift those knees up one more time. Take a couple of rounds of breath. And lift those knees up. Engage that core. Press your arms. Really getting strong arms here. Keep working at it. Shaking is good. Breathe, breathe, breathe. We're not here for long. And lower your knees down. Maybe tap the top of your feet a little bit. You get a nice stretch in the feet with that pose. You don't really notice it because you're working on your core. You're trying not to fall. Whew. Wiggle those toes a little bit. Coming back into tabletop. We're going to do the other side. So we're going to extend that left leg out. Move up a little bit. Left leg out. Flex that foot. Pressing that heel. Really engage everything. Maybe lowering down that left hip just a little bit. And then bring knee to chest. Coming up on those fingertips. And then bringing that left foot in between your hands, framing that foot. Extend that right leg back. Really getting a nice stretch here, guys. What is it you need? You need to go forward a little bit. Do what you did on the other side. Bring that left hand to the inside of your left foot and then reach up with that right hand up to the sky. Ooh. Really nice twist. Easy twist, not so easy. And the right hand down. Frame your foot and rise up. Find that balance. Fingertips are reaching out, palms facing each other. Let's do rainbow arm. Left arm reaches up and over. Strong arms. Engage your glutes, engage those quads. Bring it back. Let's do that breath pace. Let's do it one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Arms rise up. Twist to the left. Bring it that right elbow to your left knee. Whoa, excuse me. Trying to make that connection with your sternum, hands to heart center, breathing into it. Press those hands together. Really active arms here. And then settle in. Bring your hands to plant, being back to tabletop. Then we're gonna come up on our knees. I'm gonna face you guys. Coming up on our knees, right foot, right leg's extended out to side. Palm of your foot is planted, toes are facing forward, Parigasana, gate pose. Right hand slides down that down that right leg as you lift your left hand up and over. Palm is facing down. Lateral flexion in the spine. Really feeling that stretch in your side body. Open up that chest. Your heart is lifted. Your left shoulder is back. Bring that left hand to the mat. Reaching up and over with your right hand. Palm of your hand is down. Really feel this. It's an active pose. So your right foot is still planted to the mat. You're feeling that stretch all the way up. Up your side body, all the way to these fingertips. Look down to your mat. Where you look is where you go. We're going to plant that right hand down. Going back into a plank position. Now you can always stay here in tabletop. You can go back into plank, Vasisthasana. We're going to go into a side plank. So you're going to press that left hand into the mat as you reach up with your right. What does your side plank look like? Maybe you're keeping the left knee down to the ground. Maybe you look like me, you have both legs extended out to the side. Perhaps for an extra challenge, you're lifting up that right leg. We all have strong arms in this pose. Lift those hips, squeeze those glutes. Looking down to your mat, plant those hands, lower your knees, rising back up. Let's do the other side. Left leg's extended outside. Palm of your foot is on the mat. Left hand slides in that left leg as you reach up and over with that right hand. Really nice. Such a beautiful pose. So good for your body. We're stretching and toning these obliques. Get a nice stretch in that ankle. I love this pose. The right hand to the mat, reaching up and over. That left hand, palm is down. Remember to keep everything engaged. You're pressing your mat away. You're reaching those fingertips to the side wall, pressing that left foot into the mat. Looking down at the mat, left hand plants, going into plank or modified plank, going into our side plank. Press that right hand. It's pressing the earth away, you're reaching up to the sky with the left. Try to match whatever you did on the other side. This is such a great pose. Really a full workout for the whole body here. Lower your hands down. Drop those knees. Now you're welcome to go into child's pose. Take a drink of water. If you like, maybe doing a few yogi push-ups. So we're on our knees. Your arms are close to your body, so as you lower down, you feel your arms grazing your rib cage. Strong arms, strong core. And do one more. Woo. And we're all going to meet sitting up. Ooh, I'm sweating, guys. Right leg extended in front. Foot is flexed, bringing that left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Janu Shirshasana. Arms come up. Inhale, lengthens you up. And then your heart is reaching towards your toes. So you're trying to keep a flat spine as long as possible. As you lower down, finding your hands wherever they should be, wherever you need to grab. Maybe that right leg is bent, and that's okay. Just taking a moment here. Begin to breathe. Your body begins to settle into the pose. Maybe closing down your eyes. Every inhale, you lengthen a little bit more, and then every exhale, you start to feel yourself melt into that pose. Inhale, arms come up. Now we're going to do a little bit of a twist with this leg like this. So we're going to twist to the left. Same as before, left hand's behind us as a kickstand, right hand is on our left knee. So you're lifting up, crown is coming towards the ceiling. It's as if you have a string at the top of your head, it's pulling you up. And then you exhale, twist to the left, looking over that left shoulder, maybe to the back wall. And then just notice your right leg. Want to keep it active. Maybe it's bent, that's okay, but let's just make sure that you're engaging those muscles still, flexing those feet. Then we're going to release. Let's do the other side. Left leg extended out, right foot, the inside of your thigh. Flex that foot. Inhale, arms come up. Then lower down, slow, with control. Stop wherever you need to. You notice that one side of your body is a little bit more flexible, gives you a little more grace. You just want to keep working at it though. Use that breath. Focus on your intention. Working on that flexibility helps us from getting injured. Pulling those muscles. Inhale, arms come up. Let's twist to the right. Do these twists. Maintain healthy spines. It's really good for the digestive system too. Or imagine you're wringing out all those toxins in your body. Any issues you're having with your gut. into Navasana. Our knees are bent, our feet are planted, our chest is open. So we're going to lift up our chest, reaching forward with our hands. Our palms are up, really reaching up, active arms, reaching up and over. And then your bow pose could look different. There's different variations that you can do. I tend to have a tailbone issue that I've had, and some days it's better than others. So just mindful of that and what I'm doing with my body. So maybe you're going to be up on your toes. Maybe you feel like lifting one foot, maybe the other. Maybe you're going to lift up both. And if I'm feeling okay, maybe I'll lift up both and I feel okay. I'm not going too high. You could lift up, you could straighten your legs. I'm just trying to maintain my chest is lifted. I'm really reaching with those fingertips. My core is working here. Really lifting up. You can always lower your feet, straighten the legs up. Just keep working at it. Feeling it in your quads, your core. Then lower your feet down. Keep your arms reaching forward. We're going to lower down on our back. Really slowly, with control, slow as you can, all the way down. And once you're on your back, let's bring those knees to your chest. Maybe you're reaching for opposite elbows, maybe opposite wrists. Just kind of take a moment here. Feel your spine and you're really pressing into your mat. It's a couple rounds of breath. Bring those hands out to a T. And then lower your knees all the way to the ground to the right. You might need to bring that hip to midline so you can make that connection. Your knees touching the ground. Palms are open. Trying to ignore the fly that won't leave me alone. If this feels like too much for your shoulders, always can have the left hand resting on your left hip. Just beginning a little bit of a stretch here. No pain. Should actually feel good. Come back to center. This time the legs come over to the left. Make that connection with your knees on the floor. And then whatever you need to do with your arms is up to you, but keep those palms open towards the ceiling. Rearrange yourself. Come back to center. Let's press the knees in the chest one more time. Find some length here. Maybe pressing all the way down. Maybe even, if you can, your tailbone into the mat. slowly release to final Shavasana. Shoulders come away from the ears. Palms are open. Closing down the eyes. Relaxing that jaw. So a deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh it out. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more. Sigh it all out. Let it go. Melt into your mat. Stay here just a little bit longer. I invite you to stay in your Shavasana, or if you'd like, get some movement in your fingers and toes. Roll onto one side of your body. When you're ready, join me in Sukhasana. Be keeping your eyes closed, bringing your head, bowing your head, bring your hands to heart center. Sealing in this practice, sealing in your intent, hoping that this feeling carries you through the rest of your day, maybe even longer. Thank you for allowing me to guide you through this practice. It's always an honor to spend some time with you on our mats. The light in me sees and appreciates the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to finish my coffee. I'm going to go outside and play with my dogs. Take care of yourselves. Till next time.